So, dear Dhamma practitioners, we're going to start our ongoing meditation session now. So, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line. Your right palm on your left, and gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So your right palm on your left, and bring your attention to your body, and scan head to toes 3 times yourself. And say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And later observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the sensation arise in you. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. So following words mentally, relax your body. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax all abdominal organs. Relax your butt. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So bring attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And deeply and gently breathing, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And keep your attention to the sensation and allow your inhalation, exhalation happens naturally itself. So don't interfere with it, don't verbalize any experience, just observe. Just recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. If your mind go here and there, just recognize that any thoughts come to you related to past or the future, not helpful for your meditation. It is worthless. So whatever happened in the past not going to help for your future. Whatever going to happen in the future, it's not helpful for this moment. And this anything happen in your life not help for your liberation or enlightenment. So don't keep reminding it. Just simply observe the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. Observe how without any effort inhalation, exhalation happen itself. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation, knowingly this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalation or exhalation. Also, sometimes you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. accept it. Just keep focus to the sensation. Don't look for any details related to inhalation, exhalation. Just simply recognize the sensation, be sharp and clear with the sensation, and see how the sensation change. Following that sensation, see how your thoughts change. And all phenomena change moment by moment, even the recognizer. Bring attention to your body and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart, forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. to all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, one of the main fundamental, the quality that it carry, all the teachings related to your mind. So your mind is the forerunner, mind is the chief, mind is the creator. And all this power depend on according to the condition of the mind. And all the worldly nature depend on according to the condition of the mind. So when it comes to the mind is your thoughts, your awareness, your consciousness. So when it comes to thoughts, there are two kinds of thoughts mainly: profitable thoughts, unprofitable thoughts. So when it comes to unprofitable thoughts, there are three kinds of thoughts. One is kama vitarka. The kama vitarka means that you have the thoughts related to find the desire with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, related with the self-centered mind. That I am, I want the satisfaction. So they always you go with the desire. And vyapada vitarka. The vitarka is the phenomena or the mental condition, or the always you think about it. Vyapada is the anger. And the vihinsa, vitarka. Vihinsa means violence. So desire with the looking for satisfaction, and the anger and the violence. So anger and violence, so the desire with looking for satisfaction, you understand that as that regarding this outside world, and looking for your even to find the feed for your emotions or feed for your desire, that you go with the lust. And the anger and violence. So the anger is a thought, and the violence is the action. So this both separate. So because the anger It's not an action. That the anger is a mentally happen. It's not going to that as when you get angry, the other person not going to get hurt. So other person not going to be uncomfortable. So, but the violence, when you get violence, that's when you physically start to react using your physical force intensely. You try to hurt, damage, or kill someone or something, destroy something. That is violence. So these all three things, the lust or the desire to find the satisfaction, and the anger, and the violence. So these three conditions in our mind always lead our life to suffering. That's the very nature of the human life. We all bound to this. And if you are able to develop the profitable way of thoughts, then related to the desire, you develop the renunciation, releasing, you getting out of it. You withdraw the desire. Rather than go towards it, you withdraw it from the pleasure. And for the vyapada or anger, you develop the loving kindness. And that is the medicine for your anger, loving kindness. So the loving kindness is a thought. And then that to get out of the violence, you have to develop the compassion. So the compassion is an action. When you help somebody, and even you stay away from hurting from somebody, hurting to somebody, disturbing to somebody, and thinking about that person. And it is an action you do. So the loving kindness is a thought, and then compassion is the action of the loving kindness. So this both has a two different nature, but interconnected. So vyapada is the anger is a thought, and the violence is the action. And the opposite side, loving kindness is a thought, and the compassion is the action. But to happen this is not going to happen because of the karma. So your desire or your lust not happen because of the karma. It not happen because of the someone else decision. And it not happen because of the any kind of like energy. So these all three things, you see that all over the world, these three conditions in mind govern this world. But this happen and according to necessary conditions within the mind, not because of the outside. The reason. And it depends always according to the condition of your mind. And once you recognize how this happening in you, it mostly help for you to maintain your thoughts. In the beginning, maybe you cannot just switch kind of like you cannot get out of it, like a turning off a switch, like that way. But Once you recognize this is kind of like a natural process, you're not going to label, or you're not going to hold, or you're not going to resist it thinking, this is me, this is me, oh, this is bad, this is good, like that way. So that's why in the Buddha's teaching, it's always you go to reasons, because it depends, that these teachings always take us to cause and effect. There is no doer, there is no any authority regarding this all. This is everything happening according to the conditions. Always remember that in when it comes to the even the self, or even the world, or the universe, or anything, it happens according to the conditions. So when you see the conditions, that itself is the solution for that situation. When you don't see the conditions, then you go into something else. Then what will happen? The result you gain not going to work, not applicable. So that is what happening in day-to-day life with things. So how the desire arise, how this kama vitarka, or the desire related the thoughts arise within us. The last base thought arise within us. There are few stages in this process. So one is called kama dhatu. There is a sutta called Sanidani Sutta, Sanyukta Nikaya, Nidana Vagga. If you need more reference, that you can, the sutta name called Sanidana Sutta. In this Sanidana Sutta, it explains how this kind of thought arise. It is not a magic, it is not a karma, it is not the kind of like power of a creator. It's not like that. It is there are reasons within it. So the first one called kama dhatu, and the kama sanya, and kama sankalpa, and the kama chanda, and the next one kama parilaha, and then the last one called kama pariyeshana. So the kama means the desire. So it start like this. Kama dhatu. Kama dhatu means you need an outside object, something to see, hear, smell, taste, feel. Even for thoughts, you need the past. So it is you need dhatu means you need something from outside. But because of the outside, that doesn't mean you're going to get this. But that is where it start. You need something from outside. So then once you have it, then it called the kama sanya. So once you have the outside object, and according to that object, what happening? You start to create an image in your head, in your mind. And that image is mostly that help for you to recognize it. So if you don't create an image, then it's not going to be with you. That whatever around the world, that doesn't mean that it's going to affect you. But once it come to you as that perception through your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, then you start to create an image in your mind. So once you create the image, what happening? Kama sankappa. So the sankappa means you start to think. You develop thoughts. So the very nature of the mind developing thought, it's like the printing. So the very nature of the printer is printing. It has nature. You cannot blame to it. You cannot hate to it, because that it built to print. So like that, your mind itself has power to think. So whatever image come, it's like you put the necessary papers and then put the current, and now you press the button start or copy or print, then it printing. So like that, once you have the image, then according to that, what will happen, you start to think. So this is different person to person. Why? Because you get the image according to the condition of your mind. And the other thing is, according to the experience and according to the condition of the mind, that whatever the thoughts that you have, it's going to be different. That's why the world different. So your background and someone else's background, and this always different. So according to that, whatever you think is going to be different for other person. But maybe you see the same thing from outside, but your inner experience is different. And your history is different, and according to that history, whatever that the thought arises in you related to the image that you have is going to be different. So then always we have different ideas. And then Kama Chanda means you hold it with the desire to get it. So you saw something and you create an image, and then according to that image, you start to think. And when you start to think, what will happen? And it become powerful, and then you start to go towards it. It's like a current. That's why you call I like it. So that when you say I like it, I love that it's representing this current. And then when that current have within you, it start to call kama parilaha. Kama parilaha means it start to burn inside you. Until you get it, you start to burn. And that burning is, it's sometimes people like it, and sometimes people enjoy it. So then, because of that burning, you cannot maybe sit, you cannot sleep, you cannot eat, you cannot, until you get it. What will happen? Somehow you try to find a way. So like children, once they want something, and they cry, and sometimes they throw their toys, or they hit things. So like that, they somehow they try to find a way to get it. And once you place it to their hand, and they become okay. Look, see that how the mind behaves. It's not only the mind, that because once the current become high, the entire body start to go with. So then the kama pariyachana means then you start to look, you start to find a way, you start to make plans how you can get this, how you can make this happen. So that is related with the kama. So the first one, that the kama means the self-satisfaction based with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. So it start with the dhatu. Dhatu means you have to see something from outside. Another thing is, once you see it, you start to create the image, sanya. And once you have the image, you start to think about it, sankalpa. And once you start to think about it, you start to going to like it. And once you start to like it, you start to burn from it. And once you start to burn from it, you try to find a way, you make plans to get it. That is the desire. So, vyapada also the same, anger also the same. To get angry, you need something from outside. So, related to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Maybe you have to see the person, or maybe you have to hear the words, or maybe you have to smell something, or maybe you have to taste, or you maybe have to associate, or you have to feel, or you have to remind something related to thoughts, related to past or the future. So then what will happen? Vyapada, anger. So the anger, then once it happens, you start to create the sanya. That's mean image. Oh, this person did this, that this, it like this, you like that. You start to, come to a point with the unpleasant image. And because of that image, you start to think again and again and again. Then the thoughts start to come like a river. Remember, it's like you put the paper and now you put the current and then you start button. And then if you want the copy and the printing, and it keep going. As you know, nowadays, 1,000 within 1 second, you can print. And even the book, you can print like so. Your mind is more advanced. Just I'm giving a very simple example. So the mind is so advanced when it comes to the thoughts. Like as example, within 1 second. So nowadays there are some printers, and you can just print the book. It scan itself and print the book. So like that, when you see somebody, when you hear something, one word, that enough to bring that all the history related to that person or that things, and start to think about it. And then the vyapada chandaya, that's mean it become kind of like you start to think about it, become kind of like a current. And parilaha, vyapada parilaha, then you start to burn, you thinking about that person or that thing again and again. Then paryeshana, that then you start to look how to destroy this, how I can destroy this. So like that. And then the vihinsa, violence. So the violence also, and you have to have outside object. So whatever you related to the anger is not enough. And maybe you get angry for something, but you see the difference with the anger and the violence. So you get angry for something, but when the violence come, it go in a different way. So for that, from outside the dhatu, that means it's different. As example, maybe you eating and you having a conversation and it become more bad, and then you get mad, and then you throw your plate, your chair, you break your chair. See that you having the conversation with somebody, but look at that, how when the violence happen, the object for the violence is something else. That's why you have to see that the anger, even though anger is there, when it comes to violence, it's different. So then, and the dhatu, that you need the object, and the sanya, then you get the image, and then with that image you start to think, And when you start to think that what happened, the current start to activate. It's like this, the gasoline in a gas set. That doesn't mean it is there is fire, but how about once that gasoline connect with the the fire, or it ignite with the some kind of machines or anything, engine, then it start to work. So like that, even though these things around us, nature happen within us, that doesn't mean it's going to burn something. So this fire happening, and then what will happen? The pariyation. So the burning, parilaha, that means you start to feel that the entire emotions overtake you, and then what will happen? Pariyachana, you start to find a way how to do this, how to get this, how to destroy this. It happened quickly, and maybe without a plan. It suddenly happened, and you have no idea, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. And when you get mad, angry, that the, you become wild, and suddenly you do something, and even later you recognize you didn't have that idea. And even just sometimes killing people, destroying things, even your own house. No, it is your own house, and you break the TV, you break the chair, you break your own cup or your own plate. You destroy your own things, and you throw your own cell phone, you throw your own computer. So you are the one who doing it, and but later you recognize it is yours. But when that happens and you didn't see it, so it happens so quick. So those are the three, that the ways that things happening to us. So see, in between this, there is no any other power hold this anything. And when you think, oh, this is my karma. This is not the karma. This is a pattern that's happening in you. So that is what the Buddha is teaching. When something happens, you always have to see from where this comes, how this happened. Through the meditation, what we does, we try to bring our mind to not to react suddenly, and we try to bring our mind to certain level to observe. That is what you need in the beginning. Because once you have the power to observe, in that observation, you start to recognize something. Even listening to that may be not going to work in the beginning. Why? Because this happens so fast, and other thing is, through the sansaric journey, we are in this current, and we keep developing it, we keep developing it. So then it happened more quickly for you, and in between you cannot find a gap. But that's why this practice helps you. So that's why you sitting and practice and listening to this. So this little by little, and once it go to your mind, very nature of the mind, it always open to wisdom. Remember that. Always when you hear something related to the right wisdom, and it related to the true nature, your mind going to get it. It doesn't matter where you are, what the condition. So like that, always mind has the way to get it. You have to trust as a human being your true nature. You born with it. It is your inbuilt bliss. Remember that. That's why you have to listen. You have to listen. Why? Because someday, somewhere, with something, you going to get it. But if you don't listen, maybe you're not going to get it. And once you get it, even though in this very moment you're not going to work with it, but there is a time come for you. When that time come, what you heard is we think that it's going to happen. So then when you come to this, then as you know that you cannot deal with this outside world, you cannot change the outside world. But as you know now, for your desires, for your anger, and for your violence, there is something you need from outside. But that doesn't mean only the outside. So your inner process is important. Why? Because when it comes to you, the very first level, the image that gain can change other all the psychological process inside you, the mental process inside you. So then just by thinking this way, maybe you cannot do it. So in the beginning, then what you have to do, you have to recognize, okay, this is the method. Then you have to develop the opposite side of this. And that is what called practice. Because to you for these things to improfitable way, you no need practice. Anybody by birth then start to go with the desire. Why? Because through the samsaric journey we come with it. And getting angry, you no need to go to school or no need any teacher to teach your children to get angry and becoming violent. See, these children sometimes when they get wild and they behave, and you have no idea how these children, become like this. So why? Because it's coming from their own behavior, and that it is within this breathing. So at the same time, when you become conscious and when you develop the other side, then you can change this. That is what this practice, that is what this teaching. You find a way to change this and change the other side also available. But it is just because of availability, it's not going to affect for us. It's like this. Look, this daytime and night. There are some people, they sleep daytime. No reason. Not because they work at night or they have to do something or they babysitting or not. It's not like that. They don't do anything, and maybe somehow they find a way to live, or their parents or somebody help or them to maintain their necessary things in day-to-day life. Well, the daytime they sleep. At night, they wake up and watching TV, computer, gaming, or Facebook, or YouTube, or social media, or everything, and data at night. See? So the daytime doesn't mean that person going to wake up or doing some work or something like that. For that person, the daytime is like night. And the night is kind of like day. So like that. So this dharma is there, but that doesn't mean it's going to come to you. It is your choice. So then you have to understand, with your life experience, you have to see, do you need a change? Because otherwise this is not going to work. With your desire, look, that having a karma chandas, the going with the desire, as ordinary people, that we all go through this ordinary lifestyle, and you make a family and you have children, you work, and you, as ordinary person, you have to have a very good conventional life. Nothing wrong with it. But then you have to look deeply. So when you like something, even eating or seeing something, hearing something, it's not going to come to you because you like it. And so then in the beginning, when you like something, that it is a kind of like a suffering itself. It called asana dukkha, that in the beginning you start to look how I can get this, because you like something. Even, as a boy or girl, you start to look for a girl, your partner. It is not easy. It is very difficult. There are a lot of people sometimes tells us, and find a good, girl or boy for their, daughter or son. And sometimes when we say something, find somebody and tell, oh, there is a boy, there is a girl, oh, they come with the different, the qualities, and they say, no, it's not going to work. It's so hard sometimes that the people, they don't get married because they didn't find the right person. It's not easy. Even look, once you find somebody for the moment, and then you have to have children. And having a child is not easy. You like it, look, you like it, you love the child. But look, once you start to, get pregnant, and even to get pregnant, you have to be prepared for that. And once you get pregnant, what will happen? You completely change. You become different person. Remember the very first day you heard that you going to become a mother, or you going to become a father? What happened to you? You completely change. You done, it is a different chapter. And then you have to take care yourself as a mother. you know you have to be very careful now. Why? Not only one person, now two people. And whatever you eat, you have to be very careful. And even when you sleep, you cannot turn to this side or to that side or like that. 9.5 months or 10 months in the fear, deeper inside, what kind of child this is. These organs, this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, going to be correct. If they are in any kind of disease or any kind of, disability, what will happen? The fear. See what happening. You like it, but that likeness take you to deeper burning, you that the unsatisfaction. But that likeness we hold, because we don't go and look into that. And then what will happen? When the child born, few years, you have to take care. It's you give up all your life, and then you have to take care. What will happen to this child? Where this child go? Then you start to walk, and then you take care of the child, and always you go behind the child. You like the child, but look, now you suffering. It's not easy. And then what will happen? Then the child become now teenager. Do you think that's going to not done? Now it's more fear come to you. What kind of trends going to associate? What kind of things they watching? What kind of lifestyle they're going to get to themselves? See the fear. And then the fear about the future, relate as parents, you always think about them. Wherever they go, and maybe they go out, and then now until they come home, you're not going to sleep. See, in the mother's womb, you hold them and you didn't sleep. When the baby came and you didn't sleep, you used to babysitting and take care of the child, and you don't know what time have to feed the child. And now this child became young, and still you cannot sleep. Why? Because they go out and you don't know what time they're coming. Fear. See, then you start to think what kind of partner, what kind of girlfriend, boyfriend they're going to get. What kind of life they're going to have. See, you like this life, but at the same time deeply, this all you burning, this burning process we attach. So nothing wrong with this is the life. There's nothing wrong with this. Only thing, at least you have to understand this. Otherwise, we keep going, keep going. You go through with the first child and the second child and third child. So like that. And then you start to tell your children also to do it. So like that way, through the samsara, eons by eons, we just coming like this way. So then you have to think. This is a very good time period for you to think a little bit and see you want to repeat this. So the and the getting angry also the same. It is not easy. See, once you get angry, that you feel so tired, and you are the one who gets sick. And for the cancer, one of the main trigger, your anger. And most of other disease and the breakdown your sugar level and break down your blood and your immune system. And we talk about the immune system, and you have to have a strong immune system or like that. It's not the virus. Before the virus, people die because of the anger. So then you have to work for that. And the violence, look at the world, look at everywhere, what every day by day, what we see. Are we get learn, are we became matured through this all? Look at the Capitol Hill, what is happening now. That you can see that how the army and all the police and everybody, it is kind of like Afghanistan. So it's like that. And see that the violence, it's how this that's mean it is we, it is not somebody else. That is what we naturally gain this. So then what you have to do, slowly, little by little, rather than going with that, you have power to develop another side of it. So then it is a conscious decision. That is the important thing. So because whatever you see, that outside going to be the same, but when it come to you, to have a mental image, you have to have a conscious decision. When you don't have the conscious decision, this is what will happen. What I explained. It become always unprofitable when you are not conscious. Remember, when you are not conscious, there is no way something profitable going to happen. So then always the very result of becoming unconscious is violence, anger, and going with the lust. So what is the where that you have to be conscious? So when you see something, that recognition, you have to have very clear, you have to have the analytical recognition. So it is not a big thing. When it be explained through the words, so it is not a big thing. Only thing is that when you see something, when you hear something, when you smell something, just look what this is. That is it. Look what this is. When you don't look what this is, why? Because mostly you thinking about something else, you see something, you hear something, your mind is somewhere. No, when you see, when you hear, smell, taste, just look what this is. And get the mental image related to exactly what you see, then it's going to be okay. As example, you see this pen, and if you recognize this pen and as a pen and as blue, then your mental image going to be exactly same with what you see. But the thing is that all what I explain, how these unprofitable things happen within us, when I see the pen, I'm not going to recognize this as this pen. So the tranquility meditation, it brings your mind to see things as it is. That's why it goes. Now I think you clear. So tranquility meditation allow you to, that's mean when the mind not disturbed from anything, you start to see things as it is. You start to hear things as it is. You start to smell things as it is. It's not going to be harm. That is why you're going to have a good life. But the thing is, when you don't recognize this as it is, what will happen? You start to think something else. And related to what you think, and then again and again and again, whatever the ideas come to you, you go with it. And then maybe later, what will happen? Then that's why you say with the people, you are not the person I thought. You are not the child I thought. See, you are not the husband or wife I thought. You know, you are not the teacher I thought. This is not the whatever that you thought. And even that when you order a menu, uh, some food, you say, this is not what I thought. So see, now you thought something, but you didn't see it. Whatever you saw, you didn't recognize. That is where things go wrong. So then in the beginning, what you have to do, because now we are in the current. So then the very first thing, that's why withdrawing from the desire and giving you opportunity to see things as it is. Why? Because now we are in the current, go with it, and because of that, we don't recognize. So then whatever comes to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and when you have desire, and rather than go towards it, start to step back little bit. Just one thought, one moment, 1 second enough. See how people go to get married because of the one thought, 1 second. So it's like that. The thought's most powerful than you think. One thought, 1 second enough. Just hold one second. It may change your entire life. You are the one who going to get benefit. So you know yourself that whatever the things, that one thought, it may change your whole life. And you now suffering. There is no U-turn, that you cannot escape from it. See, from now, then remember, whatever happened, one thought, reverse it, withdraw it. That is a big step that if you can take it. And you're going to be successful. Renunciation, and you practice it. Now you get into the method. So because once you one thought hold, that image going to be come to the place and set with the what you see. And then that whatever the thoughts come, because you cannot stop it, the whatever the thoughts come, it is okay, because that all the thoughts come related to the right image that you have. Then the thought not going to be wrong, because it has no power to go itself wrong. No. So because it listens to the image. So when you get the image right, so whatever thoughts come, it's going to be okay. So then whatever the current arise in you, you're going to have a right current. And whatever the burning process, it also going to be right. And then the way you're going to look into it or get it, the way it's going to be right. That's why in the Buddhism, it doesn't say don't do anything. It is not a kind of like a dumb, a spiritual teaching. Don't do anything. No. What the Buddha said, do the right way. Do the right thing. That's it. This is the way that you get into the right. So then remember, it is a process. It is nothing come out of someone else wish or any kind of initiation or any kind of karma. No. This is moment by moment happening within ourselves. Any human being can practice this. Any human being can change from any moment whenever that person decides it. So it is your opportunity yourself getting to the right blueprint in your life and develop it within your mental actions, and then develop it within your bodily action, and develop it with your verbal action, and you are the one who going to get benefit. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabrogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi dikayuko bhavatavata sampadam punya sampadam Sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.